What do you think about LeBron James, first of all? Does he have something in common with Aaron Rodgers?
Well, yeah, because he's a superstar. And superstars in certain situations got to stay relevant. Even though LeBron James is one of the biggest superstars in the world, you still want to keep your name out there. You still want to be out there. It's perfect time, although he's doing shop where it's part of his production company, executive produced it, the whole deal. He's talking about playing for the Golden State Warriors. Who's in the championship? The Golden State Warriors. So you having this conversation, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start talking about it. What do we do when Aaron Rodgers talks about something? The first thing we do, we start talking about Aaron Rodgers because he said something. So LeBron James does have that on par with Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's nowhere near as egregious as Aaron Rodgers when Rodgers does it, but he's a superstar. So that's what happens with superstars. They like to keep their name out there in situations because that's just what it is. He's not necessarily hijacking the playoffs or the finals, so to speak, but we do know where he's at. We are talking about him. He is taking our time away from talking about the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Boston Celtics. We're mainly focused right now on this particular conversation about LeBron James wanting to join the Golden State Warriors if he had his opportunity to. That would be a team that he would play for.
LeBron
See
James,
how I clean that up?
Yeah, you clean that up quick, Key, which is smart. LeBron James ain't going to Golden State.
No.
LeBron James is staying in L.A. And
Yes.
for me, as a hooper right now, honestly, I feel like at times I'm really tired of talking about the Lakers, Max. Hey, Key, they ain't nowhere close to the NBA Finals.
It doesn't matter, though. It's the Lakers.
It does matter because
let me tell you.
I've heard this story before. I've heard that LeBron wants to play with Steph Curry. I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Like, it's taking up too much of my brain capacity back then. I ain't gonna let it do it now.
Brain capacity? You can't hold that thought for a second and then think of something else?
It's not deserving of me holding the thought, Max.
But
What's deserving of me holding the thought, Key, is talking about what's going to be with who the next superstar is if Jason Tatum or Steph Curry win the championship and the culture that they built, not LeBron James.
Is LeBron done winning titles?
But look, there's 3 teams in professional sports. Your ass gonna talk about whether you want to or not. Number 1 is the Lakers. Number 2 is the Yankees. And number 3 are the Dallas Cowboys. Yep. Whether you want to or not, those 3 are always going to be discussed no matter who plays on their team.
I don't mind discussing it, but at what rate I discuss it, I can choose that. So, like, my thing is, like, if we're talking about Darvin Ham getting a new job, okay, cool. Like, that's a monumental thing that's happening for the Lakers. But LeBron James saying out of the teams that he would like to play for, like, that's a catchy thing to get your attention. That's a shiny object. Like, I'm not. But Key, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
If it's Duke, by the way, you put Duke on that list.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
You're doing it, Jay.
You're doing it.
No, you're doing it.
You're doing it.
You said LeBron James. I didn't say LeBron James. You were talking just now.
You just said LeBron James and Aaron Rodgers being relevant superstars.
But you just said LeBron James out of your mouth, and you said you were not going to do it. And you're doing it.
And by the way, expand it to college, Duke and Alabama.
Not the same. Not the same.
What do you mean?
I'm saying national brands that you wind up talking about.
I'm talking about historically, no matter what.
No matter what. Yankees, Cowboys, Lakers. Yep.
No matter what.
But this is my thing is that, look.
And when you talk about players.
I'm going to sound like the grumpy old man here, Key, and I know it, and I'm cool with it. I'm with it. All I'm saying is we've already discussed so many times, would LeBron James go to Golden State? What would it look like? Oh, he has this infatuation with Stephen Curry. So, like, what? Now we're going to take up more time discussing it again? No.
If he keeps sounding like a grumpy old man, they're going to kick him out of the metaverse. That's no place for grumpy old men, Jay. You're going to have to give back your NFT. Is that something? Did I say that right?
Your lack of knowledge around that subject matter is shocking.
Let
me get that NFT right back.
You make Jay mad when you start poking fun at him.
He said grumpy old man.
At least just use the terminology correctly. Damn.
Yes, the
He's
universe,
a smart
the
man.
metaphor.
There you go, Key. That's all you got to do.
Number 5.
The Tim Duncan era, man. The Spurs. Come on. They won 5 titles. They lost in the finals in the 2013 during this run, but that's really about it. Titles in 99, 2003, 2005, 2007. Never won 2 straight. That's why I had them behind the Lakers, but still dominant.
All-time great dynasties is what you're ranking.
Great dynasties.
NBA.
I thought you set that up for me as a host.
Yeah, I may have. I may not have. I don't remember.
Great. Anyway, we're moving on pace. Next up, Yates.
Number 4.
Come on, man. The Lakers. I mean, that run, 99, 2010. won 5 titles over an 11-year span, made 2 other finals appearances during that run. Shaq left in 2003. They rebuilt and then won 2 more titles with Kobe and Pau Gasol. That's number 4. Next up,
Number 3.
run it back again. Showtime. The Lakers again. Magic, Kareem. 10-year span from 1979, 80 to 89. They only didn't have a finals appearance in 2 years in that decade.
Sick.
What? Only missed the finals 2 years in that decade. I mean, that's 1 to 5
mind-boggling.
times. That's enough.
Jerry
Next
West,
up.
Pat Riley,
come on,
Magic
man.
Johnson, Kareem, Worthy, Dr. Bust, the greatest of everything.
Do I need to keep explaining it? I don't even need to provide
Rambis,
context.
Michael Thompson.
It's the Showtime Lakers, man.
Yeah, come on,
Lakers, 2 dynasties in that span. Okay, fine. That's next up. Next up.
Number 2. Number 2. Number 2.
That's for you, Jay.
You guys saying that because I had an accident the other day?
Number 2.
I was a little bit late. It happened.
You had an accident?
Well,
Another one.
in the bath. Anyway.
You like to keep
it's a
those
long
things
story.
on purpose, I think. Try to keep it on purpose.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Celtics, man. Come on, Bill Russell. I mean, 11 titles in a 13-year span. Now, I say that with the caveat that you had to win 2 playoff rounds, right, in order to win a championship back then from 57 to 65. But still, I mean, the numbers for Bill Russell and company.
There are only
speak
2
for
teams in the
themselves.
league also. He just kept playing each other all,
Kept playing
all year.
and over and over and over
It
and over.
doesn't
again.
really matter. When you win 11, you win 11.
Yeah,
Max,
come
what
on,
was
man.
that stat again about Bill Russell?
Bill Russell played 21 deciding games in his career as an amateur and pro. He went 21-0. It's
Yeah,
a wrap.
In the
it's a wrap.
conversation. And we all know who's next.
Number 1.
Chicago Bulls, man. I mean, 2 3-peats. I mean, 6 finals appearances, 6-0 in the finals. Michael Jordan, living legend, GOAT conversation, GOAT for a lot of people. I mean, those teams, man, the fact that he could take a layoff and then come back and get another 3-peat after taking time off to play baseball.
I got bad news. If he never would have taken time off and they wouldn't have broken it up, it would have been 9 in a row.
More.
Yeah.
So I noticed, this is a good list and everything like that.
I
But
got Golden State number 6.
No, but I've
I think that's a
noticed
good
the Larry Bird Celtics and stuff, they're not on here.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but you know what?
They're
Because
right
of
there.
Bird's
No,
back.
I'm just asking.
Because of Bird's back, it got cut a little
It got
short.
cut, man. It was
You know,
a
they
little-
got 3
got 3,
championships.
but it was
But
a
is that not, they got 3 and they appeared at another
Yeah, 2. I think there was 3 and 2 in the finals. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, but,
That's
I mean,
not.
3 and
I'm
2
just
in the
asking if it qualifies.
So, I mean, yeah, I think they qualify. I think between like the Celtics and Golden State, I have them right on the outside looking in.
somewhere hanging out.
Kind of like, you know how you say like, that's tier 1.
Yeah.
Like tier 2, right there at the top of tier 2, you have the Celtics and Golden State that are looking to kind of crack it. Well,
Bird and that Celtics dynasty to me, like I really value peak performance, which is why I like Jordan over LeBron, although we could debate, LeBron's peak. But Bird's peak and the Celtics' peak was ridiculous, but the longevity because of his back
I
one
don't
there.
think they ever, if I can remember correctly,
Back to back, no.
Back to back.
It was 81, 84, 86.
Yeah, so they never went. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to, I'm not going to let Jay just walk clean.
Yeah, right.
What do you
No,
think
it's
this
cool.
is? I mean, I want to know.
first take.
Yeah, what do you think this second take?
But Celtics Lakers, that's like Ali Frazier, man. They're gonna go back and forth, man. It's crazy. Although the Lakers did go back to back.
Yeah, we went back to back
Yeah.
twice, right?
79, 80. So there was no back to back there. There was one back to back, I want to say, for the Lakers.
Was
No.
it
In the
one?
Magic era, I think there was one
okay,
back
yeah.
to back. I think
So I'm just saying, if Golden State wins another one, man, they don't crack that. They don't crack that top 5.
Yeah, man. It's a team game. Like
I
as
mean,
much
they get back to the finals. That would be they have made the finals 7 out of the last 9 years, and then they would have won 2 back-to-backs if they win it next year.
in a way, the stuff that I hold against Steph or held against Steph until what he just
You
did.
said hold.
Well, no, until
Still holding.
it's pretty fresh. I mean, he just did it a couple hours ago.
Hold that, Max.
So, yeah, right. Hold that, like Clay said. But in a way, that highlights the Warriors dynasty because all these other dynasties, you had players on there, you're like, that dude is the best player in basketball, except for maybe the Spurs, where Duncan was among the 2 or 3. But, Magic or Kareem, take your pick. Shaq, Kobe, take your pick. MJ, right? Like LeBron, they always have that guy. The fact that the Warriors have been able to do this the way they've done it for so long is bananas.
Let me ask you, hold on, Key. Let me ask Max a question real quick.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this one.
Yeah. Let's see if you can pin me down.
You
here.
ready? So Steph Curry,
Yes.
unanimous MVP, won the Western Conference Finals MVP, won the NBA championship this year, NBA Finals MVP. He the best player in basketball?
That's a great question. And remember, I want to go back and remind you, I said if he wins Finals MVP this year, your perception will change, and he will enter that conversation, which he's never truly been in since LeBron got him in 16. Do you guys? I agree. I think you can ask that question now, but you couldn't before.
No, hold on, Key. Don't let him off the hook.
No, I'm not.
You can't flip my question with another question and set it up. Answer the damn question.
Is he the best player in basketball? Whew. I would say at this moment. I really have to think about it. I would say at this moment. Whoa, I think yes.
Yeah, he's the best player in basketball.
I think yes.
Yeah, he's the best player in basketball, man. If you're not the best player in basketball, what Jay just rattled off, you don't do. Like it just, and at the beginning of the season, for the first 2.5 months of the season, he was the best player in basketball. He was potentially getting ready to be the MVP, run away with it. We were counting the 3-point numbers, doing all that. Then he got hurt, and it kind of started to sour a little bit. Now he picked